Buyer and seller beware. Fraud is rampant right now. So we are going to give you 5 tips, things to do, and 2 real life examples. Stay tuned. Okay, so tip number 1 and example number 1 would be pick up the phone. I know that sounds maybe a little bit archaic, but I'm going to give you an example of what happened and why you should pick up the phone to verify any wiring instructions in particular. So we had a client wire funds to maybe some guy in Nigeria, okay, I don't know. But it was not to the location that we needed it to close, and it was in the sum of $250 some odd thousand, okay? And luckily they caught it right away. The Secret Service got involved, but they did not get their funds back, definitely not in time to close, and it was a while till they got their funds back. Thankfully, they found some extra $250,000 and we closed, but you know, they had secured their funds, but it was quick. So what they do is people will hack into someone's email and it looks so much like the original email exchanges. So they hack into your email, they make it so similar that it's like you wouldn't even think about it. So every single buyer and seller, every client I can come across, I strongly encourage, I can't tell you enough, to call the title company, call your agent, call whoever's involved in the transaction, call or text them directly. I would say call. Texting, yes, too, but definitely call to verify, double, triple verify, because you know you're spending a lot of money and this is a big risk. So call. Okay, tip number 2, beware, be really hypersensitive, vigilant about a change in plans for the closing or the title office or the law firm associated with your closing. This is how they get you, and again, it kind of goes in line with picking up the phone. Verify, trust but verify, right? Actually, don't trust but verify. And call, text your agent, call, text title, talk to your attorney, talk to your lender. All the parties involved will be able to advise you accordingly. Tip number 3, when you're sending sensitive information, be sure to send it through a secure portal. Any reputable title or law closing firm will have access to those amenities for you. So anything like, of course, social security numbers, account numbers, wire instructions, all of that should be in secure format. I would discourage anybody sending through Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, that sort of platform. Just ensure that it gets there safe and sound. Okay, when you click send, your money is in the ether, outer space, another universe, you don't even know. So always call to verify that the funds have arrived. Do that right away. If it happens to be incorrect, the chances of catching it and getting the money back are that much better. Generally within the first 24 hours for sure, but within the first 10 minutes, call to verify. Okay, tip number 5, be, again, hyper vigilant about weird looking emails. They will, like I said, when they get into your email accounts, they will make the email look so genuine and so much in the same format, but they'll transpose numbers or just change one letter or something. And here's example number 2 that recently just happened with us. We had a gentleman or human reach out to us and asked that we look at his vacant waterfront lot in Port Charlotte, which is funny because we just recently listed a home in that area, which I generally don't, and I generally do list waterfront properties, so it's kind of like this weird combination. And the name was kind of one of those names that you feel like is it was like all caps and just kind of, I don't know, it felt weird, the way that they wrote it. So I happened to be down there and I said, well, I can go down there and I'll look at the lot and I'll tell you know all the things that you do. But when I said, well, let me just pause for a minute, and Shayla behind the camera, she's so great, she's very observant, and so I said, well, okay, if you are the owner, I didn't put it in these words, but I basically said, if you're the owner, you know, can you send me a copy of your settlement statement when you closed? Because the warranty deeds you can access online, anybody, it's public record. So the settlement statement is completely private to the parties. So I just said, you know, Of course, I looked him up in the tax record. It was the name. Of course, they're going to use the real person's name, so you can look that up and make it seem like it's the owner. And so when I asked him for the settlement statement, he said, it's just so funny. He was like, it got lost in some fire or something. I'm like, okay. You know, and I didn't answer, and we didn't pursue it, obviously. So he's claiming to be the owner. Most likely, probably 99.99% chance he is not the owner. And if I would have put that transaction together and then he would have given us wiring instructions, that money, I mean, it would have been just a whole hot flaming ball mess, okay? Ball of mess. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. We love you watching our videos. Please subscribe. We have some great content coming up. We've got a in-home concierge house watching service coming up. We've got some other great content for our buyers and sellers, for transactions, and other great neighborhood videos. So stay tuned, and thank you.